Hi, you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. I am Mike Morales, if there was any doubt.
You are.
And you're not.
I'm,
that
I,
that
you are.
gentleman is.
Dave Dinius. I'm in Reno, Nevada.
And in case you're wondering, this sleeping animal behind me, this puma, is Añejo the cat.
Anejo.
Yeah, he's got beautiful eyes. One day I'll bring him up on camera. You'll see his eyes are the color of Añejo.
I
Or
do believe I saw him down in
you,
LA,
you
Pasadena's area
Yeah,
2 years ago or so.
you made friends with all my animals.
Yep.
My
You
dog
met mine.
my dog still misses you.
That was a good dog.
Oh man. Um,
What we got
Now
today?
today we are going to, instead of an añejo, we are going to be tasting and dissecting uno. It's uno por favor.
Uno
Now,
por favor.
if this tequila looks familiar to you, it's because we nominated it as a brand of promise in the Blanco category
We did.
for 2018.
Hmm.
Um, at this juncture, this is 2019. So Happy New Year to everybody who's
Happy
watching
New
this.
Year.
Happy New Year! For 2019, we have the Reposado version.
Reposado.
And look at that. We did nominate it also for packaging. As you can see, it's a foil label that's raised. It's embossed.
Very nice.
Very
So,
nice.
big ass shot glass.
Yeah, you may have noticed that since we tasted the Blanco earlier or later in 2018, he has come out with a series of small shot glasses,
The eye shots.
the eye shots.
Eye shots.
Clever marketing, you know, very smart move. This is an enormous, it's a substantial bottle, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
is very substantial.
You have to be very careful because you saw the cage, the cardboard cage it came in.
Yep.
But now, is it all just the packaging and the labeling? I don't know. That Blanco was really, really good.
It was a good Blanco.
As we said, we nominated it for Brand of Promise last year. So this year we were lucky enough to get a Reposado version,
Yep.
and Dave and I, we're gonna dissect it and see what do we know about the Repo now. Do we have any information on that?
NOM 1479,
Okay.
which is, let's see if I can say that.
Is it on the
uh,
label? Because I can help you with that. I'm just trying to.
Campaña Tequileria Hacienda La Capilla.
La Capilla. Yeah, I think there are several really well-known brands that are coming out of that distillery.
Yeah, there's a
Uh,
few.
Yep, 1479. Uh, and the gentleman who is importing it, I've met personally.
Yes, you have.
Really good guy. Just pounding the pavement. Based here in San Antonio, but he's gaining ground, and I think that the idea of the small shot glasses is kind of an interesting. It's a good mini because
It is.
people like the
Yep.
shot glass. It's the cap is not as heavy as the glass itself. The bottle itself is very substantial.
It is very heavy.
You don't want to be curling it or lifting it. Don't want to hit anybody with it. So
Yeah, what else we know about it? Double distilled, Los Altos region, autoclave, roller mill, copper pot.
oh, good. Now, how long is it rested? Does it say that on the? It's at the
I
website.
I did not see
Does it say
exactly.
any information on that?
I think I did see something real quick. It was like 6 months or more, I think is what it said. Over 6 months.
Over 6 months. So it could be 6, 7, 8, 9. Just it could be even under. It has to be under a year. So
Yep.
otherwise, we have to call it something else. But let's see here. I love the color on this thing. It's a pretty color.
Yes.
And it really matches the label very nicely. The original label, the Blanco, is a black label. This is a red label, and I don't have the Blanco nearby. I don't know if you do or not, but
No, I don't.
it's probably out of your reach. But this
Yes.
is really very attractive.
It is a nice looking reposado. It's right about where you would expect a reposado to be.
Well, I'm going to use my jarrito, my Stossel jarrito. I'm going to use the wider mouth version for this one. I believe the bottle is a clear bottle, so you're not going to get a lot of you're not going to get a lot of difference in the color at all.
I will use my wide mouth Stossel also.
There we go. Wow, it's actually in the glass. It looks a lot lighter than it does in the bottle.
It definitely does. It's coating the glass and slow developing legs and tears.
Yeah.
They're developing though.
Yeah. This is really pretty. It's got a nice string of pearls and nice legs.
The color just nice and light.
Yeah, it's lighter. It's lighter than, and I think it's the red label is probably a little bit deceiving because it makes things look darker than they really are.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
It's very attractive though. It's over 6 months. It could be anywhere from 6 to 8 to 9. I think it just looks darker than it really is.
Yeah, it is also oxygenated.
A lot of brands are doing that now. They're shooting oxygen into it to round out the edges.
Yep.
It's not enough that we're resting it in wood. We have to also oxygenate it before we put it in the wood. So I get a lot more wood on this one.
Yeah. I don't know. You getting the floral notes?
Just a little bit. I got more on the first pass. I got more wood.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a traditional smelling reposado. It's more what you would expect.
Right. But not as bold as that last one we tried.
No.
Wow. Nothing offensive there.
No, not at all. It's more barrel for sure, and the notes on it are more wood. I'm not getting as much spices. I'm getting more bitter notes. I want to say something like tobacco or the charring.
Okay.
It's not the sweet baking notes that some reposados have.
It is not.
I'm gonna dive into it. I think it's very much reminiscent of the Blanco.
Yeah.
It's got a more aggressive nose. It's not a sweet nose.
The Blanco is pretty agave forward.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah, this is an aggressive nose, but not in the agave forward sense.
Right.
No alcohol that I can smell. I got to really dig into it.
I thought I was picking up a little bit.
See, now once I dig in, I'm getting a little bit more of the wood, and I really shouldn't have to with a wider mouth Stossel.
Yeah.
It should come up to me, and now it's even mellowing out. I'm getting a little bit more of the mellow notes on it.
Yeah, it's not real overpowering.
No. It's probably not as complicated as some of the other reposados that we've had on the show before, but
yeah.
That's not to say that it's okay.
It's probably the oxygenation kind of.
It kind of mutes the nose a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what's going on.
Big spicy right up front.
More wood on the intake.
Yeah, there's and wood lingering on the back of the tongue there.
Right. From the mid palate on, you get
Yeah.
that. You get more. So here's interesting. Uh, on the nose, I'm getting more of the spiciness, more of the bitter spicy notes,
Right.
and yet on the intake, the spiciness kind of comes alive. It's more
Yeah,
of the
it's like
barrel.
a bright spicy.
Yeah, yeah. It's really interesting. The nose is a bit muted, but the palate, the intake, and the flavor profile are much more alive.
I can get the oak on the back, way back,
Yeah, the retronasal, everything just explodes.
and the agaves back there too.
It's really much more wood notes, more spiciness on the palate.
There's a little hint of the vanilla from the barrel.
Yeah, I got that at the very bottom. I'm surprised I had to really dig for it.
I got that on that second taste. I held it on my tongue a little bit more, and it was just like it. After the spiciness, kind of
Yeah, it's like one leads into the other.
wasn't as bold on that first one. You know, the spiciness. So
It's a very reputable. You know what? The nose doesn't come across as complex, but on the taste, on the flavor
the
profile,
taste is, yeah.
yeah, the taste is. It's one that if you're gonna, having spoken to the brand owner, he has talked about having to compete with a lot of the small batch tequilas that have really come on the market, and so he had to find himself a gimmick to get people to taste it.
Right.
And don't be fooled by shooting this one. I know it's in a big shot glass. I get it.
It's tequila. Sip it.
Yeah, it is. It is actually more sip worthy than you think it is. But don't be fooled by the packaging. The packaging's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong.
It is. It's nice.
It's beautiful. It is clever. It is a substantial bottle, so it's rather heavy.
It is real heavy.
But the flavor, and even if you can't smell it right away, give it some time to open up. Whatever vessel you're using, whether you're going to put it in a rocks glass or a Riedel, one of the more traditional tequila glasses that we've all cut our teeth on. Some sort, whatever nosing glass that you have, even one of your wine glasses, give it some time because the nose is not the complete story.
Mm-mm. Yeah, the flavor is just opening up.
Well, now the
There's
nose
some
is
agave.
opening up too.
There's some agave there.
I'm getting more of the baking spices. Where at the beginning, at the end, very first pass, I got more of the bitter notes from the wood. Now I'm getting more of the. Now that it's opening up, I'm getting more baking spices into it.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Well, the more gentle stuff that we're used to instead of the, when you're getting bitter notes like that at the beginning, all you really want to do is not linger, and maybe you do want to shoot it, but it's a kind of it's a kind of tequila you want to take your time with because the nose is not the whole story.
It is not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I think it's brand of promise worthy. I really do.
Yeah.
But we have it's one of those where you have to there's a caveat emptor, okay? The nose is not the entire story.
And take your time with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once you let it open up, in whatever vessel you're using, for us it's the Stossel Jarritos, let it open up for you because that's going to tell you the rest of the story. The nose is not as complex as the flavor profile. At least not at the beginning. But now I'm getting the warm vanilla notes and some caramel and all that. More of what we're used to as a repo.
Now they got a añejo coming out too, don't they?
I hope so. I hope we get it. You know, we've got a long season for sipping off the cuff this year. For 2019, it's going to be a long season, and we already have so many brands that just you and I have to go through. Right now we're in the middle of a government shutdown, so TTB is not working. That means there are a lot of people who are waiting for their label approvals that aren't going to get it right now, and haven't got, as of this moment, haven't gotten it yet. So, but that's okay. Stick with us because we have a lot of brands that have come through. We've got a full boat for 2019.
Yeah, me and you, we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
Yeah. And you may get tired of us, but that's okay. I promise you won't get tired of the new stuff. Brenda Promise nominee for the Reposado version of Uno Por Favor. If you get it out there, what's our price point? Do we have a price point on these?
I have no idea.
I don't either. I know you could probably get them at Total Wine. I think the Blanco is available there.
I haven't seen it in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, you're in Reno, so it's probably not available everywhere. If you're in San Antonio, chances are you've already seen it somewhere.
Yeah, that's where your guy is.
So if you have a price point, let us know down in the comments of wherever you're watching us. You know, whatever platform it happens to be, we will be there. I promise. And it's not all gimmick, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's a good juice.
Yeah, but like Dave says, you know, take your time, do it right. That's our take on Uno. That's Uno Por Favor Reposado.
Yep.
I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman is
Dave Dinius in Reno, Nevada.
You have been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on all of our channels. Let us know where you saw us. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can both Dave and I are all over social media. And hey, whatever you do, subscribe, follow, and tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.